Hello everyone, how have you been? Um, I know I was inconsistent, actually not present for 2 months, and I'll share you the reason why. I was highly demotivated because even after putting in like all my efforts, I did not get views. I know it's very lame to stop doing something that is going to help you for the sake of views, but I sometimes it's good to seek a little validation, external validation. So that's what I did. But after 2 months of convincing myself and fighting all the negative thoughts, I'm back making the videos again. And I don't know if this will get the reach, but at least now I know that when I need to see the content, when I need to revise, I know I have my own content. I know I have my own understanding put in a way that is going to help me brush up all the topics. So let's just start with dictionary first. We left on derived data types and we did range, tuple and list. So let's move on to the next one, which is dictionary. So in those we had two types, right? This one is the mapping category. So let's start with the mapping categories first. Data type, which is dictionary. So as we know in the basic language dictionary, we have a word and we have its meaning, right? And every word is unique. In the same way, dictionary is a data type which has a value, a key and a value pair. Like we have two different datas, right? That is how we're going to understand it. So let's go through each point. It is the type data type, which we obviously know. How is it heterogeneous? So it is heterogeneous. Before moving on, before understanding all these pointers, let's see how can we make dictionary. How can we initialize a dictionary? So dictionary can be initialized using two very common ways, okay? And we're going to see those. So I'm going to make a dictionary, a very, very simple dictionary. You can put in any value you like. Okay, so let's just say I'm going to give this a string. I'm going to take the another one. Okay, I'm just randomly making a dictionary. Okay, and I'm going to print it. See, it is a value key and a value pair. Okay, this is how we make a dictionary. This is what a dictionary looks like. If we see to correlate it with the dictionary of English language, suppose we can say here A is a word, or what, let me just give you the exact one. Apple, let's just say it's a fruit. Okay, bus, I'm not giving the exact English language thing, but can, container. Okay, so this is the word, this is its meaning. So the word here are unique. We know that all English words are unique. Okay, so these words are unique. So the words here are keys, which keys are supposed to be immutable and unique, which means once we create a key, we cannot change the key. Okay, so no matter what data type you choose in key, you cannot change it after once you have created. Okay, so the keys can also be of any type. Actually, I'm wrong. Keys can only be strings, and strings are immutable. So that's why it says that keys are immutable and unique. Unique because we cannot change it, and because we cannot have, suppose we have to reach out to a certain person, so we cannot have like two people with exactly same identity. No, it's not possible. Like, even if they have the same name, the biometrics are always different. So that biometrics is the key, because it is unique and it cannot be changed. So that's how we compare. Biometrics of human is the key. And what are the values? Anything. Like, suppose you're seeing the diseases, that if a person of this biometric has diabetes or not, right? So those are going to be the value can be of any type, whatever you want to choose. You want to put in their heights or weights or diseases or complexions, whatever, that is up to you. But keys are immutable and unique, and values can be of any data type, and depending on the data type, it is mutable or immutable, and it is up to the user. There can be multiple. Suppose, like, if we take the diabetes example, there are going to be many people who are diabetic and who are not going to be diabetic, right? So we have two options, diabetic and not diabetic. So we're going to have values of same. We're going to have same values multiply. So they can be unique and they cannot be unique. It's up to the person who is putting in the data. Okay. So that is the reason why dictionaries are heterogeneous, because it can take any data type. When you have a same data type in throughout the this dictionary, it is called homogeneous. But dictionary supports heterogeneous, right? They can have multiple data types. Okay. So we have done one type of dictionary, right? Let's go to the second type. So we're going to make another dictionary using the function. So we have to understand that this dict function takes only one argument. Okay. So now suppose that I want to enter the same data. Okay. Let's just see what it returns. No? It might. Oh, wait, not printed. No. See, all these values should be incorporated or included in another parenthesis. Okay. Taking the same example but with different brackets. Okay. See. Let's just see what it returns. Why did it do that? It can take only one. It can take only one argument, okay? And this argument has commas, which is not supported. So what we're going to do is, we're going to put all these in brackets, which is going to make our work easy. So we have only one. We have one parenthesis which has only one value, okay? But that one value, suppose if I remove this second parenthesis, then we're going to have like three different parentheses, which is not supported by the dictionary function. What did I do? That it's a mistake. I'll just quickly check. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not how it takes the values. This is how it takes in curly braces. You have to add in commas here. It's a basic syntax error. That's how we do it. I'm still learning, so I can also make mistakes. I'm really sorry. But that's how we initialize dictionaries, and we have covered one more thing, that why they are heterogeneous. It is derived because we use different, like we use string, we use integers, we use booleans, we use different kind of fundamental data types in dictionary data types. So it is derived. Okay. Key value mapping. See, this is key, this is value. So we can assign value to a key, but we cannot assign a key to a value. See, we have given a value 12, but what we cannot do is, we cannot assign the value 12 a key. It doesn't work that way, because see, values can can be unique, cannot be unique, but keys are always unique. So that is the correct way of assigning values, because it would ensure that our data is consistent. Data does not raise any errors. That's why only one way of mapping is allowed in Python dictionaries. It is ordered. So before the Python 3.7, it used to be unordered. That means in any order we can get the values, right? But after 3.7, like in any order means, like here we got A first, then B, then C. The keys I'm talking about, right? But before 3.7, it was like you can get any random value. Like you can get B first, C last, A in the middle, any which way. But after 3.6, we have the values in a proper ordered fashion. Whatever comes in first is shown to us first. Okay, like we gave A value first, so we got A value first. Okay, that is how it is ordered. Why did this change happen after the 3.6? The main reason was it would increase the efficiency of iterations. We iterate over data to get some operations done, right? We're going to do the looping and everything, but that's how we do iterations. Well, we go through all the data. That is iteration. So in that, it is very, very useful if it is ordered. Second, it increases the consistency. How? Like in any other data type, most of the data is ordered. So if dictionary is also ordered, it creates consistency amongst different languages, because we can incorporate Python in other languages also, and we can incorporate other languages in Python also. That is why consistency is also very important. Although this may increase the overhead. Overhead means the resources used to perform the operations, but the cost we are paying and the output we are getting, the way of the output is a lot more than the cost. So we are okay with the overheads, because the result, the consistency and the efficiency in iteration is huge. That is why ordered is also very nice. Key indexing is supported, but slicing is not. What is key indexing? Let's just say I want to access only the B element, this one, B key. Oh, I'm sorry, I changed that. That is why it is showing an error. Now see, I can, using the index, right? What did I use in index? I use the key value, okay? Suppose I don't use the key value, okay? I'll just quickly show you. So if I do it by number, see 1. Okay, so that's not the way we can do it. To access the dictionary keys, we have to use keys only. Okay, so I was wrong there, but we have to use keys, key name, to access any element's value. Okay, that is indexing. This is indexing. In arrays we can use 0, 1, 2, but here we use keys. See, that is indexing. Slicing means, let me show you. It is going to show me an error. I'm telling you beforehand only. Give me from 1 to 2. Unhashable type slice. See, I told you, slicing is not allowed in dictionary, but indexing is allowed. Okay, so this was the overview of dictionary. It is very, very useful data type, because we can add, it adds meaning. The key and the value, they have a relation, so it shows a relation amongst them. That is how dictionaries work. Okay, now we're going to move on to the different functions of dictionaries. So let's start with the methods on dictionary. The first one is from keys. So from keys is also a way to create a dictionary, but in from keys we cannot assign different values to different keys. Okay, let's understand this. So what we do is we let me just create a dictionary, so let me create dictionary number 4, and I'll use the syntax written here. Okay, dict dot from keys. Okay, now here it is asking me to write iterable keys and value. So in iterable keys I'm going to pass a list. Okay, so I'm just passing the basic alphabets. Okay, and value. Suppose I don't assign any value. Okay, let's see what it prints in this case. Okay, it printed none. So by default the value is going to be none. Okay, if we don't assign any value, it is going to be none. This is the iterable. We have passed a list. We can also pass a tuple. Okay, this is one way of doing it. Okay, let me show you another one. Let me create an exclusive tuple for this one. Okay, I'm going to copy the same data because there's no point in repeating what we already know, right? We have done tuples, right? We have done tuples, we have done lists. Okay, so here I'm not going to pass this. I'm going to pass tuple 1, and I'm going to give that a value. I'm going to give all of it value 5. See, now we have the values from tuple A, B, C, and all of them got value 5 because I passed a value. Suppose in same very case I don't pass any value, what are we going to get? I hope you guessed it, right? None. So this is dictionary. This is from keys method on dictionary. So suppose when we have to assign same value to multiple keys, like we have segregated the patients with diabetes and without diabetes. Now we have to give that data to them, like diabetic, non-diabetic, right? We have segregated, so we have diabetic data collection, non-diabetic collection. So on taking the diabetic data list, if we pass it as the key and give the value diabetic, it is going to make our work very easy. This is for from keys. Okay, so we've covered all this. We have to store it in a variable, right? That is something I've written. So this is the variable. Let's see clear. So what clear does is it clears all the key and value, but the memory ID is still there. Okay, so we're going to take the same dictionary. Okay, but before that, let me just print the ID of that dictionary over here. Okay. Okay, so we have the ID. Now what we're going to do is before clearing that out, let me just print it. Okay, I printed it. Now I'm going to repeat that step. I'm going to print the dictionary and I'm also going to print the ID. Empty dictionary, we have nothing, but we still have the ID. So the memory assigned to the dictionary stays when we use clear, but the data disappears. Okay, next up we have is copy. So in copy, what we do is we assign a new dictionary the same key values pair. Okay, the values that are assigned have the same memory address. Okay, that is the only thing. It is very easy. Okay, so let me just create the dictionary again. Okay, so we have dictionary 4. Okay, so now I'm going to create a dictionary number 5, which is going to have all the contents from dictionary number 4, and I'm going to print okay. Let's just see what IDs it have, right? This is going to be fun, I'm telling you. It is way too much fun to learn. So the dictionaries have different memory address. But why did we say that it will have same memory address? I'm going to show you that also. So let me just copy this. Dictionary are different, okay? Now I want you to give me the value of A. And I want you to give me the value of A in two different dictionaries, but value of A. And now you see we've got the same memory address. So by this we mean that the values have same memory address. The reason behind it is we have very simple data, right? We have integers. But in real life, the data is a lot more complicated and, clustered. So if we copy that whole thing, it is going to, increase the overhead. So there's no point in it. So what we do is we assign same memory address to the values. So I have specified it. The object, that is the value in the key value pair, have the same memory address, okay? If we make changes in one, that can be seen in the other one also, okay? This is copy. Get is very simple. It is, we'll just see, quickly. We did indexing. That is one way to do it, but we cannot handle the error exception. Errors we can handle in this one, but we cannot handle in that indexing one where we had that box brackets. In that we cannot do that. So the key is A, and if you don't get A, just write simply error. We got it, okay? Let me just do it the same thing for a key that we don't have, AA. It has shown me the error which I passed. See, that is what get does. I'll show you one more way to do it, which we've already done, but see, we got the value 5. So this is also one way to get the value, but in case I don't have that value, it is going to raise an error, but in that it is going to only pass the error I said. It is not going to stop the functioning of my program, okay? Next is pop. So what does pop do? Pop removes the value and its pair, okay? So let me just quickly print 4 so we know what is dictionary. And now we're going to pop. What are we going to pop? We're going to pop A. And if A doesn't exist, we're going to quickly write as error. How are we going to know that it hasn't passed? See, we don't have A. Now, to see the error thing, let's see for the key that we don't have. It did not raise an error. Oh, because we already passed that. Wait, let me just remove that. Maybe then it is going to see, we got an error. We did not print it, that's why I did not show beforehand, okay? Next up is pop item. So what it does is it removes the last item from the dictionary. So I'll just to know what elements we have, we're printing dictionary 4. Now take 4 dot pop item. What did we pop? C5. Now print. We only have one item. See, this is pop item. It is very easy. All these methods are very easy and very useful. Next up we have is update. So what update can do is it can update multiple values simultaneously. For that we're going to use the dictionary number 5, which we created by using copy. So now we're going to change the value of each one of it. Okay, so we want A to have value 12. Okay, that is going to be the value of C. 132 is going to be the value of P. Okay, I've updated it, but I did not print it, so let me just quickly print 5. See, oh, the values did not get updated. Why did that happen? I'll take a quick look. So the reason why it did not work is, it is because of my mistake. I used the dictionary 4, but we are working on dictionary number 5. So now we have updated it. See, the values have changed. I'm going to make another change in it, okay? We're going to see that. See, we have A, B, C item in our list, okay? But we don't have his D. We don't have his E. And I'm going to give that another value, Okay? And I'm going to change the value of 1 also, which is C. Now we're going to update the dictionary, and now we're going to print dictionary number 5. Sorry. See, the value of A changed. So on updating, the existing values also change. And if the values don't exist, the keys don't exist, new keys are also added. Okay, that is what. It will always make a change, irrespective of whatever happens. See, there are not going to be any scope for errors. Although it is not going to return anything. See, on executing this command, it did not return me anything. Otherwise, by default, Python always returns whatever the changes has been done. Okay, to see that, see, pop item. I did not print anything, but it did return me the item it popped. Similarly. So that is the basic difference between set default and update. There's one more difference, that is, if the key does not exist, it will insert the key like update. But if the key exists, it won't update it. Okay, it is going to add a new key if the key doesn't exist, but it is not going to update it. So let's just take this and we're going to do it set default. Okay, and on setting default, what are we going to get? So we're going to get the specific values. To make it a little more interesting, let's just say we make another addition. What did we do wrong? Let me see. Oh, we can only do is one key. I did as multiple keys. That is syntax error which arises because I chose to copy the same code. So I am going to take the value H, and if the key is not present, what value to give it? Suppose I don't want to give any value. Okay. So print. It is going to get what value? None, because we did not specify anything. Right? We got it? That is the difference. And suppose I take the same thing and I do it for what we have. So we have B. So by default, it returned me the value. But if I do the same thing with update, it is not going to return. See, it did not return. Here the value did not exist, that's why I did not return it. The main function of set default is to return the value of a specific. It did not have value, so it assigned a new value. But if it did have a value, it is going to return it. Okay? That is set default. There are some functions also that we can do, Let's just say I want all the keys of this. So I got a list of keys. Okay. Now suppose I want the value. I got the values of all the items in our dictionary. Now I'm going to get the value and key pair in a form of list. See, and all this dict keys, dict values, and dict items, they are like objects. They return an iterable. This is one iterable, this is another iterable, this is another iterable. Why? It's a list. All this is a list, and list is an iterable. Okay. So to get the list of all the keys and values, because ultimately we have to sort the data. We have to, get the knowledge of the data. So we might need these functions. So it is very, very important that we know how we use it. This is the end of dictionary. I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you so much. I'm going to see you again.